All right, people, we are here at the Ipswich Town Hall. We're going in. I'm with Accountability for All, Accountability Amplified, and M.A.A. Watchdog. And we're heading in. As you see in my other videos, we had some problems with a sign in here, Unconstitutional, so we're gonna address that.
You going to the meeting with the town manager?
Yes. After
So
you,
am I.
sir. Please. Oh, you are? Okay,
Absolutely.
perfect. After you, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
A long time.
I'm sure it won't be the last. Let's see how tonight's meeting goes. Stephen Crane is the manager.
I guess we'll follow him. He knows where he's going, huh?
Are you on the select board?
You want to finance committee?
Oh, okay. At what time do they do public comment?
7 o'clock, it starts.
And folks can ask questions and stuff?
At the beginning.
Excellent. I'm sure Steve's not going to be excited to see us today.
The radar. Way. It was his way. Right. And then it was nice to be able to share some of those right there with people who might not otherwise.
Here's the crew, people. Accountability for All, the Watchdog, and Amplified.
Oh yeah, that sure is him.
I'm going to show you the very reason why I'm here. That guy right there. This guy gets in my way. Beautiful guy. There he is, people. So that guy denied us access and literally told us because it was the camera we couldn't go in there. Clear violation of our rights, we the people. Again, he is the town manager.
Actually reached out to you. That's all I see. I did? Oh, I'm still in water.
This thing should be getting fired up in a moment now.
see how it develops.
M.A.A. audits, accountability amplified.
Just give 1 second. We're having an audio issue with ICAM. It's gotta be a couple minutes.
Since we got a second, let me show you. Let me show you guys what we're talking about.
We're gonna take a walk with the crew and show you the signs we're talking about. There's no statue or anything on the sign. They just made them up and stuck them on the thing.
This is, my friend and I were here yesterday. I'm not
Nice
sure
to
if
meet you,
heard
Randy.
about what
Nice to meet
happened.
you.
Not quite.
Okay, so bridges passed, right? So a year ago I came in, I believe her name is Leah.
So I can show everybody this sign
She didn't know
here.
where we were allowed to film. She got kind of iffy about it.
Once again.
She wound up grabbing us by the wrist, trying to drag us out.
Okay.
Didn't pursue charges, didn't come to town meetings, left it at that.
Okay.
Went to the library yesterday.
Absolutely public.
Total rude behavior from the staff there. Didn't understand where it came from. Now I kind of do. So we come here, and on the sign, on the door, it says, we want to make sure our records request got here. So the sign says, due to present confidential information, only hallways and meeting rooms are public spaces. So I knocked on the door, and she said, come on in. I said, I want to make sure it's on employee area only. It says, no one can come in. She goes, oh, no, this is open to the public.
Okay.
So I came inside. The first thing Steve said to me when he came out was, we had to shut our cameras off. We are, it's on video, and I quote, First Amendment trolls, YouTube trolls, foolish constitutional trolls, scum and assholes, who are only here to get clicks and views from people. If that was my goal, he certainly helped me achieve it. He then began to explain to me that that room is open to the public. It's totally publicly accessible. It has to be because they don't have windows, like service windows.
Yeah.
But I was not allowed to come in because I was filming. And I said very clearly, so you're saying this is a publicly accessible room, open to the public, but I'm being refused entry and service solely because of the fact that I'm holding a camera and engaging in my constitutional rights. He said yes. Now, we got a much different problem if we walk in and I'm wearing a cross, and he says, oh, I don't like that cross, you gotta leave, or I don't like the color of your skin, you gotta leave. Huge problem.
Right.
There's a huge issue with that, and it doesn't take, and I'm a little bit different. I come in, very nice. Firstly, if it was a private area, limited public forum, the moment he invites other members of the public into that area, he's now converted it from limited public to public. But that's not the question. He's saying we can't come in because we're practicing our civil rights.
Sure.
It's a violation of our constitutional rights. So That's why we came here today.
Okay, so I can certainly have a conversation with Stephen. I usually meet with him monthly on various topics regarding the town. Obviously, as select board members, we're not something that is here on a day-to-day basis. We do
Right.
more of a part-time capacity. I try to do a little more than that because that's why we get elected, right? But it's certainly something that I can bring up in conversation with
Because
him
we're
to
gonna
get his
speak
side of
at
the story.
the public,
Okay.
the public comments tonight.
Sure. Under
Just to let you
citizen
know,
queries.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Don't plan on swearing, don't plan on being a
Sure.
jerk. I could be.
We appreciate that.
But I wanna keep it very
Yeah.
professional. How long we have, about 3 minutes, they said on the phone?
Just about, yeah.
Okay, I kept it at 2:50.
Beautiful.
Concise to the point.
Beautiful.
Do you think ever
Mhm.
any of the public employees that are being paid a great deal of money to represent the citizens of this great town
Mhm.
should be calling people names like assholes, trolls?
You know, we all know that technically it's a free country. You can call people, generally speaking, what you want in a sense, but I think that people in general, no matter who you are, an employee, an elected official, a citizen, Joe Schmo, from here, not from here, we should try to use polite language at all
course.
times.
So we should behave
But when
more
you're a
like-
public employee, like that kind
There's
of,
an extra
there's
benchmark,
a
of course.
boundary.
So of
Yeah.
course we want to behave actually like we behave, very
Sure.
polite, concise, not cussing.
Well, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I
Did
don't want
he
to.
not tell you about it?
He told us that there was an incident that he was going to get into further explanation on.
I'm going to show you before they
So,
start.
so actually, I want to fill up my water,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I
I'll
don't
meet
want
you in
to.
there.
I don't want to be late. Okay,
Okay,
so I am going to hear what you guys
worries.
have to say during citizens'
Alright.
queries. I
Thanks for
appreciate you
listening
bringing it
to
to my
us
attention.
before.
Yeah, I am going to let you know, I'm
Yeah.
prepared to not sue. When
I
I
appreciate
leave
that.
tonight, these signs can be down,
Mhm.
and we're moving forward, no problem.
Gotcha.
If not, notice, already spoke to my attorney, it's a civil rights lawsuit, I get to sue him, the municipality for the negligent supervision of him,
Mhm.
and I get to sue in US District Court for the violation of my rights. I don't wanna do that because it comes from who? The taxpayers.
Right, right.
So as long as we get those signs down because they're illegal, then I'm willing to not pursue
Okay.
in court.
And what was your first name again?
Josh.
Josh. Mike. All right.
Thanks for your
Thank
time,
you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
He's one of the select
This
boards.
lady's been uncovering, so good thing she heard the conversation.
Yeah, those signs are, we're gonna get those.
Oh,
I just never pay attention, as you know from your
Paparazzi? No, please, stop, no paparazzi. I wish I was in LA. I'm gonna show Steve's gonna be taking down those signs. Which is gonna be good stuff.
Sorry, I'm not used to this thing.
Yeah, he's down. I'm with myself. And he's with me. He's with him too. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, no, I'm just with myself. I'm an independent journalist. Yeah, I thought you meant like really like I'm one. Are you Oh, I know. I get way more views than that. I'm global. Yeah.
same.
Well, send it to this first local news. Though. I think you're gonna hear about it. Well,
It's gonna be on iTunes, so.
I think it's good. Oh, I like this one. Good. Very nice.
Good evening, everyone. We're having an audio issue with our recording from ICANN, so we're gonna wait and try to fix that before we start the meeting. I apologize for the delay. He is working feverishly to fix it. We have video, but I think that the audio is not picking up. Okay, for some information tonight. That was.
I'm not gonna speak because I didn't prepare nothing. And I don't want to sound like an idiot. You know what I would say to the guy that, you know, his misconduct and ignorance as a select member, as a, you know, a selected member of the town. He needs to know how to speak to people.
Town manager. So the name is called. The town manager has called me a constitutional fool, First Amendment troll, asshole, YouTube troll, and scum.
You heard that, right, people? I was right there with him.
You guys ever have a moment of the same mood today?
Having audio problems. They think they're doing it, people. see what we can find out over here.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Are they putting off public comment?
Uh,
They wanna move that around, right?
Yeah, I don't know, so I'm not the chair, so I don't control the agenda, but.
I would suggest that they get to say our piece and then leave, or else we're gonna be here the whole time. And it's just gonna get exceedingly worse, because the most important thing is that the people's rights in this building are defended.
let's
So,
get it.
we could just, I'm like 3 minutes, I think he's got 1 or 2, we'll be in and out. We're not waiting, because they're playing glitches.
Well, the IT guy actually said that it wasn't gonna be more than 15 minutes and he figured it out, so. He's not getting used to it.
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Unless Steve gets
Welcome, everybody.
Justice for all is the best in that.
Tonight, a couple quick things. We will have citizen queries, but citizen queries will be limited in duration, 2 minutes, and must address a topic that we're not otherwise covering tonight. The 3 boards, the school committee, board of select board, and the finance committee get together several times a year to discuss mutual interests that we're working on together. So this is our fall meeting, and have a rather long agenda that we get through. So let me just start by asking for any citizen queries tonight. Please step up to the microphone and identify you.
What do you think, citizen queries?
Since your audio is not working, can I have the microphone, please?
Since your audio's not working,
Identify yourself for the record, please.
What?
Identify yourself for the record.
I think our audio is working. Audio is working?
Audio's working, you guys are good to go.
Oh, it's working now, okay. All right. So Paul Kellogg, new resident, been here 5 months on Bell Street. And I have 4 topics that I want to cover. So I know there's a 3-minute limit. So, what's that?
2 minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
What?
2 minutes.
2 minutes says 3 minutes.
I'm telling you, I'm the chair. 2 minutes. Please go ahead.
2 minutes. So I'm going to ask you these 4 things, and then you can take whatever you want to do with your 2 minutes, which is ridiculous. So on the Whittier thing, I want to know, because it's on the agenda, what the new car.
You may not have heard, because the audio is not working, but citizen queries are for things that are not on our agenda. Whittier is on our agenda, so if you wouldn't mind.
But I have a question and a comment on it.
He reclaims his time. He'll speak and then you'll listen. That's how the citizens work, okay?
Citizen
He'll reclaim his
queries
time.
are,
Thank you.
I can ask what's on the agenda or not on the agenda. It's, you can't limit me.
This ignorance here.
You can't limit me to what questions I ask.
Moving on. He reclaims his time. He'll continue and you'll stop. Thank you.
So, all right, I'm continuing on Whittier.
Sorry, sir.
I want to know what the new cost per student will be based on this bad deal that we've got going on with it. And I would certainly recommend that we
This guy's playing
make a
God.
motion to the board of the district to leave that district.
Says 3
And
minutes.
take a vote
He says
and
2.
petition other towns.
God.
Because
He
every
makes the
town
time.
around us is upset about this deal. And so if we don't take action before the vote, then we're gonna be basically a slave to a bad deal for a long time in the future. So we could petition to leave the district and have them act on that before the vote, this vote on the new school budget, because otherwise we're gonna get stuck with it, all right? And so, the other question I have is that 3A, we're talking about 3A tonight. So I want to know why we're not looking at opting out of that, because it's a bad, again, it's one of those things that's a bad deal for the town. It's going to cost us a lot of money. I believe we have the option to opt out, and I want to know whether we're going to be looking at that option and the costs of that, because again, it's going to cost us a lot of money to conform to that. and I believe we still have a home rule opt-out for 3A. 3 is Bruni. So again, the town, this is a 4B thing. I haven't seen anything where we've calculated the cost for infrastructure for fire, police, anything else that has to do with this, never mind how many new students that'll add to our school district at $18,000 a student. And I'd like to know, when you talk about that Bruni project, how we're going to cover those costs for fire, police, because there's going to be additional funds that are needed there, as well as education. So it's a losing proposition for the town if we allow that project to go forward on the scale that it is right now. And then the fourth thing I have is I went to the planning board meeting last week, and they told me to come here and petition that we have the government study committee take a look at why we are not electing or appointing by the select board the planning board members. And so they told me that that has to come from the select board. So I'm looking at the select board. This has been up for vote twice now. It's been up for a citizen petition to have the board be elected, and then last meeting, they wanted to have a vote on it, and somebody killed the vote at the special town meeting, which was ridiculous. And so we didn't get to hear to say what the vote is. So I would like to have you guys petition the government study committee to do a study on how that board should be either elected or appointed, and give you a recommendation. Because I believe that's what you said at that meeting, at the town meeting, is that would be your recommendation if you were the dissenting vote. So I would have to say that, if this study should move forward, you guys tabled it indefinitely. We absolutely have a lot of people in town who have an opinion about it, and nothing's being done. It's being stalled and stymied by this committee.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate your time. So I have question number 1 and question number 2 are on the agenda. We'll discuss those when we get to the agenda. Is that better?
There you go.
Question 1 and question 2 are on the agenda tonight. Question 3, regarding Bruni. Select board wants to answer that, but I believe the zoning board of appeals is considering that project, and I think that would be the place to direct your question regarding the Bruni project. And with regard to the planning board, we may go happen at a town meeting, and it would be up to the select board to decide whether or not they want to refer that for government study commission
And just
action.
a couple clarifying comments. The government study committee did look into the planning board a few years ago to study whether or not communities elect or appoint. Not the election or appointing authority, but how other communities in town do it. And I believe their results of that review was about 50% of communities elect and 50% appoint. So they decided not to make a change. The other comment was town meeting actually voted to take no action. Not this tri-board, town meeting actually voted to take no action on it.
You're incorrect. 70% of the other towns have elected planning boards.
Well, a few years
And
ago.
the 2019 study had no recommendation from the government study committee. It was just a report. So there was no recommendation. So you're incorrect on that. 70%, so we're in the minority of towns for having an elected planning board.
Okay. All right, let's move on to our agenda. Thank you. Any other citizen queries?
By the way, I understand it's policy that if you'd like to change
Would
the
you
meeting.
identify yourself,
Good
please?
citizen. You want to change it from 3 minutes to 2
Actually, a name and
minutes?
address.
Your
You need a name and
I don't have to
address.
violate my Fourth Amendment right to accuse you, but if you want to change it from 3 minutes to 2 minutes, you're going to have a second, and then you can have a discussion on it, but right now it stands as 3. I'll continue, thank you, and I won't be interrupted, I reclaim my time.
Could you identify yourself in the record,
Good
please?
citizen, good citizen, thank you.
What's your address?
None of your business. All right, Southborough has ruled on that. I don't have to give you any personal information to reclaim my time. If you'd like to stop me before I take my 3 minutes, You can change it to 2 and move for a vote. No? Moving on, thanks. The history of town select board meetings goes back past the birth of this country. It is one of the most beautiful examples of democracy. The people's ability to provide feedback and redress their elected government. A government that is of the people, for the people, and by the people. Those people stand before you today. Over 1 year ago, the town manager's assistant told us it was illegal to film in town hall. She even grabbed us by the wrist and tried to drag us out. 1 year later, we see the behavior in the library is just as bad. We lodged a records request and followed up in the town hall to ensure they received our request. We approached the door and noticed a sign that read, "Due to the presence of confidential information, only hallways and meeting rooms are public spaces." With no assistance window, I knocked on the door and was invited in by the same woman who had assaulted us 1 year prior. We were told by the secretary that the office was in fact public. At this moment, the town manager came storming out of his office demanding we leave. We were called constitutional fools,
Look at him over there
First
laughing.
Amendment trolls, assholes, YouTube
Guy
trolls,
laughed.
and scum.
I didn't get it,
Among
people. I
other
wish I
things.
did.
Continue to ask about the sign as he practically tried to force us out of the office. Once outside, I waited in the
Our
line.
taxpayers'
for about
money's
5
paid
people
for this
trying to
guy.
get service. At this point, the town manager
The
confirmed
ignorance.
the office was publicly accessible and was in fact
Well, you-
open to the public.
You heard
And because I was
the head guy
denied
over there.
services and denied entry solely on the fact because I was engaged in my First Amendment right to free press. If I was refused access or service due to the color of my skin, sexuality, or practice of religion, this would be a different story. But free press is guaranteed in the 5 components of the First Amendment as all the other previous aspects that I mentioned. You could have been refused for your right to religion. You could have been refused because of the color of your skin. And yesterday, I was refused because I had a camera. The signs admittedly by the town manager were not to protect privacy, as there is no privacy in public, but a standing safeguard should anyone with a camera ever try and come in and expose them for the poor behavior. He'd call me a constitutional fool. I call myself someone whose name is in case law, who's been featured on the front page of the Washington Post, Boston Herald, Boston Globe, Lowell Sun, and featured on primetime CNN. I retired 3 police officers, a sitting mayor, selected, and soon to be Steve Crane. I keep my promises. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of their grievances. Everyone respected here in Ipswich, except free speech and free press. We stand at a dangerous precipice where a town manager is the self-appointed arbiter of what freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution we the people can practice. 300 years ago, we called the man that violated, oppressed, and made illegal laws king. Today, we call him Stephen Crane. If by the end of this meeting, those signs are not removed, you're on notice. You spoke to your select person, you're on notice. You will be sued, the town will be sued, and you're going to put the taxpayers in an awful position because you want to say this. If I don't have a camera, this is open to me. It's publicly accessible as long as I don't bring in my camera. Okay, you understand?
Correct.
You can't do that. It's like telling me I can't come in if I wear a cross. Shoes. The signs go down and your job goes down. And that's the end of the story. You're on notice.
Thank you. Any other citizen queries?
Shame on you, Steve Crane, for shutting the face.
If you want to make a comment, please step to the microphone. Step to the microphone. and
Step
make
up
a
to the
comment.
microphone and make yourself heard.
Sir, could you identify yourself, please?
I'm a citizen of this state. That's what you need, that's what you get. I'm a little offended at the fact that we're here because this city manager is discriminating. It's selective discrimination. The fact that a camera is a problem for him and a problem for this town. There's case law in this state that he's violating, willingly violating, that's gonna open this town up to legal ramifications. I think you should check into it. You got an attorney, have him look at it. Because I know what I'm talking about. Apparently he doesn't. The fact that those signs are there, the fact that those signs are illegal, the fact that there's no mass general law behind them, no town ordinance, nothing. They're useless. They're as useless as the paper they're written on. The fact that this person can sit there and call people names, the general public, is this what you want for your town? Is this what you want your town to be noted for? Calling people assholes, scum, trolls, whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about you guys representing the people of the town, the people everywhere. The fact that he has actually had the nerve to say this stuff, to turn around and willingly discriminate against somebody because of a camera? You've got to be kidding me. This is a joke. The whole premise of checks and balances is the different forms of government, the judicial, the executive, and the legislative. He's none of those things, other than the executive, maybe. But he has no authority to be the judicial part. None. Where does he get off? Where does this town get off? How can you sit here and let somebody like that run this town and open you up to civil liability? It's a major problem for you folks. And you need to address that, and you need to address him. Because clearly, he doesn't understand the law. There's no question about it. There's case law that came out in this state. Numerous case law that's come out in this state that says not only that we can record our government officials, but we can secretly record them. Apparently, he hasn't read that law yet. I know I have. So I think that this board should take a serious look at the person they got running this town and maybe reconsider who's running it.
Thank you, sir. Any other citizen queries?
I came in here yesterday. I was not
Identify
actually,
yourself for the record, please.
I will not give up my Fourth Amendment. I came in here yesterday. I wasn't even holding a camera. I was having a conversation with you. And I said, it's a shame that you work for the people. And you said, why is that? I said, because you don't know how to do your job. And you slammed the door in my face. Shame on you.
Any additional citizen queries?
My name is Dan Kelly, 6 North Main Street. I just want to clarify something that you said, Sarah. Is it the case that with respect to the citizen petition regarding the appointment of the planning board that was postponed indefinitely, did you say that because the government study committee has already studied this, it's not going to be studied again, that essentially it's not going to be taken up?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I was saying they had looked at it in the past,
Right.
years ago, just at the difference between the number of communities that appoint versus the number of communities that elect.
Right, so tonight is not a night for this, but I just wanted to leave that open for something to look at prior to the next town meeting. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other citizen queries?
How you doing? I'm here to address the same
Identify
reason.
yourself, please, for the record.
Freedom fighter. On Stephen, the town guy that runs this place. Very, very rude. I was also involved in yesterday's incident. And I told him what I thought of it. And now all you people know. Like he said, you're on notice. I hope you do the right thing. And one of them is getting rid of this guy. Because he's not worth the money, for one, that we spend for taxes on him. And then you guys want to back him up. So I don't know. Maybe it goes beyond him. We'll find out, because I'm going to be around here for a little while.
Every day. I'll be in your building every day.
Any other citizen queries? Hearing none, we're going to go to item number 4 on the agenda, which is the Whittier Vocational Technical High School Building Project Update.
After you.
So tonight we have Gary James, who is the Ipswich rep to the Whittier School District for us. He's also the chair of the building committee, the Whittier Building Committee. So the tri-board submitted some questions to Gary for him to address tonight. There might be other questions here. Gary, I think you have some other staff with you, is that true?
Yes, yes, I do.
Can you just identify yourself, Gary, and the staff?
Yes, my name is Gary, with 2 Y's. Last name is James, J-A-M-E-S. And I do live in Ipswich. And I have stated firsthand word to read. As I said, my name is Gary James. I am an Ipswich resident. You have to pardon me, I have some medical issues going on, so my voice is very shaky, but I'll do as best as I can. I was elected in April of this year to become the chair of the school committee. I'm also on the school building committee, as well as two people I have with me tonight. Chris McGinnis, who is our principal / assistant superintendent, and Patty Lowell, who is also on the school building committee with me. Just to familiarize yourself a little bit with me, I also worked at Wader for over 16 years as a guidance counselor. And during that time, I helped many Ipswich students literally access the
So let's go count the signs, people. And we'll see how many signs they gotta take down. Excuse me, lady. You guys wanna stay right here or no? Listen to that thing, man, that would knock you out. What do you got in that jacket? You'll never know. Unless I break the law. We have one, you know, that one over there, and then we have one on this door, which is a copy room. That's 2. There's 3. 2 on that door.
One of those things we request, right? So, if the town manager told me I couldn't come in this office because I was Catholic, would he be violating my rights, do you think?
I think you would have been violating your rights anyway, because this office is open to the public. It has to be because the people that are in this office.
That's a good man right there. He knows more than
I'd like to thank you.
the town manager.
For defending our Constitution then. I'd like to thank you for defending our Constitution now, because your town manager did this. And I just want you to see the gentleman you're working for, who refused service and entry and access to this
Is your
building.
hat telling you who you are?
Yes, sir. Accountability for all.
Town hall video camera. No public
So-
spaces can be filmed. It's open to the public. Anyone can enter unless you're exercising your rights. Saying if I don't have a camera, this is open to me. It's publicly accessible as long as I don't bring in my camera. Okay, do you understand? You can't do that. It's like telling me I can't come in if I wear a cross. The town hall video.
So he'd be violating my rights then, wouldn't he, when he said that?
I would think so.
Yeah. Well,
But
you know
not
what?
knowing enough of the specific circumstances. This is shaky. So to respond.
I'd be worried if I was him.
So there are some restrictions, and there has to be that understood. And here is the crux of all of the problems that you'll see.
We understand too, at some places it makes sense. We understand some places employee doesn't need here. But for somebody to tell me that I can't come in here because I'm holding this, or that someone can't come in here because of the color of their skin, or because of their sexuality.
Where you come from?
How they practice their.
Yep. In high power, you know, and that's like, you know, my grandmother would run this town better.
Probably.
People would respect her too, because she wouldn't violate nobody's rights.
Yeah, my grandma too.
Oh, it was awesome yesterday when we came here. I mean, he come right out. We didn't really say nothing. He came right out and started, you know,
He was hot as shit.
yeah,
I seen that, yeah.
YouTube trolls and well, I'm like, you're the one come storming out here being an a-hole and you call us YouTube trolls. We didn't even say nothing.
Yeah, and the other lady played it off like she had no interaction with him the last time.
Yeah. That's all they do is lie.
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do, right? Keep them accountable.
As Josh would say, diabetes.
Right.
Thank God that there's no actual gray area in the Constitution. It is very,
Unfortunately, there are those that think there are gray areas everywhere. I know there are gray areas some places.
Yeah, but not on the Constitution, it's very specific.
Right. It's specific, but the problem with the Constitution now is that it is being challenged by people who believe there is this intent.
People like Steve.
It wasn't written as intent, it was written as verbiage.
Right, and as
The
absolute.
Wording is everything.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you think we can get this sign down? What do you think? Take out that tack and enough with the people not being able to come into their building. What do you think? Let's get the sign down.
That you can get it down?
You
know what I would do?
I could take it down?
No.
Oh, I can't touch
I
it.
would.
Look at me, no.
You touch it.
I would suggest that you allow the town manager to run his course. And his course
No, his
is.
course is unemployment.
Yeah.
His course is this evening, the signs have got to come down.
That's
And
true. I
was-
did give him that. All right,
You were
perfect.
very
So I'm gonna
specific,
come
too.
back
There's no
tomorrow
gray
and I'm
area.
gonna take it. You're right. I like this.
There's no gray area in what you
put
said.
a real me in sometimes, because sometimes I eat so many chips, I realize that I'm at the end of the bag.
He does that a lot.
I appreciate your time, and thank you again for your service. This town's lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Great night. Don't work too hard.
Counted 5 on this floor. There's 2 on one door down there. It must be the place where they really are.
Town manager came out. He like looked down the hallway, started shaking his head again, and he was talking to whoever's in that room down there. And I was
The
like,
town manager took away time from the meeting to come out and shake his head?
yeah, so.
Yeah.
So he was walking back in, and I was like, hey, you should probably see a doctor. I was like, that shake could be bad. Could be something bad. You know?
Well, it's interesting, like, that meeting is like, they're having that meeting because he needs to be present for it. And he takes the time away from the meeting to come out and shake his head.
Yeah, there's 2 on that door. That must be, that's a town accountant, so,
So these signs here.
you know.
And it's interesting, zoning board doesn't have one. I mean, they must just not give, that's because the zoning board's a closet. There's nothing in there, it's just a closet in the file cabinet. Oh, look at this. We're at the town hall.
That's the appeals.
And we
So
have
you got no
our-
chance of appealing what they say.
We
It
have
says
our
it right
activist
there.
Peter.
It's a closet.
We have a Swedish-made penis enlarger.
Oh my God,
And handcuff.
that's what that is?
I thought it was. God bless the boys and blue.
That's the good sticks.
Is John still in?
That gentleman was right on, huh, with the police and everything.
Warren. Hey, Warren doesn't agree with your signs, man.
Tell him you want him raised, Warren.
Yeah, Warren doesn't agree with your signs, but how was that job? Close that door on me. Make that door touch me.
No.
He just can't control his urges,
It's
man.
not the right time. It's not the right time. The
He
purpose is
disagrees
fine.
with your stupid sign too. He served this country. You spit in his face. You know what this is? Recycle for you, because you're going to be recycling into some unemployment.
Are you a felon? Did I hear that something?
That's right, I am. And are you unemployed?
Congratulations.
Yeah, you are unemployed. Look,
Don't you have a meeting you're supposed to be in, Mitch?
Yeah, I'm closing the office.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
If I could have your attention, please.
That shake.
so that you have it, people. He is like the rottenest egg out there, you know. I thought I was bad with the police, you know, when they violate me and jumping on them. I want everybody to see that face, man. That guy is one piece of shit. He's so secure in his job that he don't think that he's touchable. He is one piece of crap.
Shame on you.
I don't care.
Shame on you.
Find a new job, punk.
I think they're all crooked in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think.
That's what they are.
They're all crooked. He's so secure in his job that he actually left the meeting to come, you know, two doors down to show how powerful he is. He ain't nothing. He's crap. You know what he is? He's a stain in somebody's underwear.
You know what's interesting? He was like, did you see him? I wanted to get real tough. I was like, let that door close on me. Let that door touch me. And then all of a sudden...
Oh, you know why? Because he's untouchable.
Josh, how do you close this thing?
They can have him taken out of here, so be careful, man. Understand? All right.
You're making points today.
I understand that. But with these meetings, you gotta be careful with these meetings, because he's gonna use that shit. They have your job.
I'm gonna put this on pause and go smoke a cigarette.
We're gonna have one more.
Yeah, give me one more.
I know he is. He thinks he's untouchable. People, this is the very reason why I do this stuff, you know, for all these crooked officials that are elected and even the ones that ain't elected, you know, they feel so empowered. They feel so empowered that they're untouchable.
Lights are off.
Boxborough Police, what's he hiding around the corner for us? Why the Boxford Police here in Ipswich, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's playing basketball.
What's the deal with that? Maybe. I doubt it, though. I don't think they use their cruisers to drive. Well, I guess they can, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
If he takes it home, he can. If it's left over, you know what I mean, from shift to shift, he can't. You can't be using it for personal use. Even though they do, we already know that. I got over 400 videos that proves they do what they want and how they want to do it. And like to select people they want to do it to. It is what it is, people. Town Hall, Ipswich. You see that guy is unbelievable, man. He's like, he thinks he's untouchable. I hope he gets what he gets coming to him in this town. They're gonna get what they got coming to him.
Yeah, it's a nice town. Sure, they got deep pockets.
Well, I don't know. I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask accountability for all. Hey, we are in Ipswich, right? Why is that a Boxford cruiser here?
These guys are on overtime. This is overtime. So if they're available to work there,
So it's double what they get for a pay.
I think
That's what a detail is for a cop. If they make 40, they're getting 75.
Earlier, I thought it was weird.
but yeah, he fucking busted out of there looking for you.
Okay, we're getting out of here, people. We're gonna definitely come back to this place and make sure this thing's straight. But we'll know tomorrow, I guess. So peace for now. To the next one. Give a shout out. Accountability for all. Accountability amplified.
Would really appreciate it. And wait for this video to come out tomorrow. That's what we're gonna start for today.
Yeah, we'll see. You'll see it tomorrow. Peace, people.